Hey guys and gals, this is Patrick Riddle with Private Money Blueprint, and I'm about to show you a tool that I use in my business to pull together very quickly and easily a cash buyers list, local cash buyers. And I'm going to show you how I did this. I put together a list of 254 with just a few clicks. Pretty cool. And I sent you an email recently that asked the question, if you needed to make $10,000 in the next 30 days, what would you do? And I know what I would do. I'd do the same thing that I did shortly after dropping out of college and going into real estate investing full time. And what I did, I found a woman who was in foreclosure, and I just saw a stat the other day that said 1 out of 8 people right now are in foreclosure. So that would be pretty easy to do, right? So I found a woman in foreclosure, and I asked her a question. I said, are you looking to just get out from under the house for what you owe? And she said yes. Now the property was out of area. It was over an hour away in Sumter, South Carolina. And so I just emailed her a contract. She signed it, she sent it back, and then I did a little due diligence. I contacted a realtor in the area who helped me value the property and pull some comps and whatnot. And then I passed the deal by a cash buyer, and they wrote me a check for $10,000. And I still remember the feeling of when I got that check, and just the power that now I could play matchmaker anytime I want and do this over and over again. I basically match the motivated seller with the cash buyer and collect the middle. In that case, it was a check for $10,000. Sometimes it could be $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, or even more. And I did this. Now I had shortly there before dropped out of college, and I didn't have to use any cash in this deal. I didn't use my credit. At the time, I didn't have good or bad credit. I just didn't have any credit. And you could do this without any experience. And now, the one thing that I did need, though, to make all this happen was to have a cash buyer. And there's a number of different ways that you could build a buyer's list. You could do it the good old-fashioned networking way and go to your local real estate investment club meetings. You could go to a foreclosure auction or a tax sale. A number of different ways, and that's how I did it when I just first got started. But then I started using a tool that does it for you. And let's hop online. I want to show this to you and show you how quick that it finds cash buyers for you. Now the tool is called FreedomSoft. It's a software that does all kinds of things, and I'm not going to go in detail through everything that's in this software today. But check this out. If we go to, well, let's time this on my fancy new iPhone, which I absolutely love. I have a stopwatch, so let's see how long it'll take me to put together that cash buyers list, local cash buyers. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start, and here we go. So if I go to the cash buyers tab here and click it, then okay, now we're on the cash buyers section here. And what we can do, the software gives you little tips over here for how to use each page. But if we wanted to pull up local cash buyer list, for me that would be in Charleston County in South Carolina. Then we can choose our date range. Let's just go from, I'll show you from November up until today, and it is going to start populating in a minute. May take it a couple minutes here to load up in full, but you can see it's now showing a number of properties that were purchased through a cash buyer. And let's scroll down and check it out. Our total here, 254 cash buyers, and I'm going to hit stop and 1 minute and 8 seconds. we were able to pull this list of cash buyers together. And so here is the address of the property that was purchased with cash, the owner's name here, and sometimes it's a private individual, and sometimes it may be a business name. I've got a tip for you if that's the case here in a moment. Here's the mailing address, the price of the property, and the sold date. So these are within the last, I did the search from November 1st through today. But a couple little tips for you. And if you see a company name who is the cash buyer, what I would do is just copy that and paste it into Google, and you may be able to very quickly stumble across their website, a phone number, and connect with that person. That would be a local recent cash buyer who would be great to have on board. Another tip, just looking at the mailing address versus the property address. As you can see here, it looks like all the mailing addresses are different than the property addresses. So these are investor buyers, people who are just paying cash for properties, and it's not their primary residence. So check this out. This property on Kiowa Island, this guy Richard purchased it, who lives in New York, purchased it for $1.85 million cash. You think he'd be a good cash buyer to have on board potentially? You betcha. And it's pretty neat. The software here allows you to, you could click to add all of the names here, or just certain properties that you wanted to mail to, and you can export that information. It even lets you create a campaign here to where it just automates the entire process for you. They have tons of direct mail templates on the back side of this software, and you can just click a few buttons and send out a direct mail campaign to those cash buyers. So pretty neat tool here. And if you are interested in being a matchmaker, just like I did in that deal where whenever I was first getting started, I got written a check for $10,000 because I found someone who was in foreclosure, matched them with a cash buyer. If you want to play matchmaker, this tool, FreedomSoft, I want to tell you who I think it would be right for and who I don't think it would be right for, because I use it and know a good bit about it here. And if you're interested in doing apartment deals, commercial deals, self-storage, mobile homes, then I would say FreedomSoft is not right for you. If you're interested in doing the matchmaking, like I told you the story about, where you find a good deal, a motivated seller, just match them up with that cash buyer and collect the difference, then it could be right for you here. It can definitely automate the process, give you tons. It has tons of different kind of templates, and for all areas of the business, it's a system that can just can streamline things for you and make things a lot easier and quicker. Now, I would say this is not right for someone who's just planning on doing a deal here and a deal there. This is a business system, and it's not right for you if you're a habitual course buyer or course or tool, software system, program, boot camp, whatever. If you habitually invest in programs and trainings and tools but don't use them, then please do not invest in FreedomSoft here, because you utilize what you already have sitting on your shelf collecting dust. Put those resources to work for you. Then on down the road, after you've done that, if it's right for you, that's another thing. But if you would like to check out more information on this, you can go to privatemoneyblueprint.com/match. All lowercase. That's privatemoneyblueprint.com/match. And they actually have an offer now. Used to, FreedomSoft cost multiple thousands of dollars to get access to, and they now have just put together a pretty crazy low price where you can get started for less than $50. But they have a video that is pretty neat. Go check it out. Go to privatemoneyblueprint.com/match. freedomsoft.com/match. And even if the software FreedomSoft's not right for you, then you may still enjoy that video. If you're watching this on the blog, then there's a link below that you can click on. And if you have any questions, feel free to toss them in the comment area, and I'll be happy to help you. This has been Patrick Riddle with Private Money Blueprint. You guys have a good one, and we'll talk again soon.